Welcome back, Wolfpack Vrolas here, and this is 5 reasons why baby Pokemon are awesome and great for Pokemon. Please leave a like if you agree. So the reason why I'm doing this video is because I have a lot of 7th generation theories floating around, and recently with the 18th movie teaser, we saw that new Pokemon, that there's a lot of speculation about it, and I thought, hey, what if it's a baby type Pokemon? I think that that could be really cool for just everything in Pokemon. So I expressed my theories in the video, and a lot of people were not happy about that. That I just felt that it makes sense. If you have baby Pokemon introduced in 7th generation, you expand into Pokemon, you kind of have it be like 4th generation again, to where there's overlap, that existing generations kind of merge with new generations, and I feel that that's just a really good thing for Pokemon. But a lot of people disagreed and thought that baby Pokemon are just absolutely useless. But in reality, the opposite is true, and here's why. So number 5. It just makes logical sense of introducing Pokemon as a baby Pokemon, or at least introducing some new Pokemon. That, as we hear with everything about Pokemon, you know, there's new Pokemon yet to be discovered, that everything is about the world of Pokemon, always expanding, not knowing what's going to happen next, which is why, you know, it's very open-ended. We can get away with, oh, hey, we just discovered 100 new Pokemon in this region, cool beans, let's go and have some fun. But with baby Pokemon, it's actually some kind of certain set of conditions that need to be met for that Pokemon to hatch as a baby, and it just makes a lot of sense to do it that way, that, oh, it's simply that the method hasn't been discovered yet, and then a baby Pokemon can exist from existing Pokemon once that method has been discovered. It's pretty much the same way with the 4th generation extra evolutions, like, oh, you have to evolve this Pokemon with a new kind of stone, or you have to evolve it at a certain location, so now we're expanding upon the Pokedex in a very logical and reasonable way, so I think that's pretty cool. Also, number 4, baby-type Pokemon just expand the lore. That we get to understand more about the Pokemon that the baby Pokemon come from, as well as just a lot more about the Pokemon world. That new items help out with the introduction and merging of baby Pokemon, and it just makes it to where now Pokemon starts to make a lot more sense. So we introduce these Pokemon in a reasonable way, and then now we have a lot more things to expand upon the game, and I think that that just makes it really cool, that it broadens Pokemon by introducing baby Pokemon. Number 3, now, one of the biggest reasons why people don't like baby-type Pokemon is because they feel that they are entirely competitively useless. And to a degree, you know, you can't bring any baby Pokemon to a Pokemon battle, but at the same time, they actually help you with breeding. Here's how. For these select few baby Pokemon you encounter in the wild, they are in the undiscovered egg group, which means that every baby Pokemon you encounter has a minimum of 3 stats with maximum IVs. That means all you have to do is go out, catch some baby Pokemon, get the right nature, potentially find some 4 IV baby Pokemon, which is pretty reasonable, and then now you can just evolve them and get your egg groups all filled out. So now you have 4 IV Pokemon to just breed together, get some 5 IV Pokemon, and then you have some good parent Pokemon for almost every egg group. And that is where it's at, honestly, that you can actually use baby Pokemon to help you get a competitive collection going and then just breed into other Pokemon, and now you have some competitive ready Pokemon that started from catching the right baby Pokemon. So yeah, they do have competitive usage. Number 2, baby Pokemon also give access to other moves that Pokemon wouldn't have had, such as Encore on Wobbuffet, Volt Tackle on Pikachu and Raichu, and Stockpile on Snorlax. Stockpile Snorlax, probably one of the biggest reasons why you can get some heavy usage out of it. So baby Pokemon do give their evolutions access to tools that they wouldn't have had. They're not completely useless. They expand upon the game so well, and they also can create a dynamic evolution line. That instead of having like just Hitmonlee, Hitmonchan, and Hitmontop, that we can actually combine these Pokemon by having Tyrogue as a central baby Pokemon, so it really just makes it to where now we have things making more sense in Pokemon. We have extra power coming from other Pokemon because they were once a baby and then they evolve and now they have more power from that experience, or something like that. And finally, the biggest reason why baby Pokemon are awesome for Pokemon is because more cute things in Pokemon. I think that one of the biggest problems about Pokemon is people fail to respect the entire franchise. Then when you look at it, okay, sure, from a competitive aspect, you can't bring any baby Pokemon to a battle and expect to win seriously. But at the same time, you know, Pokemon isn't all about competitive. Competitive playing Pokemon is actually the minority when you consider everything else in the franchise. That by having more adorable Pokemon in the game, you make it a much more friendly thing for everyone, and I think that that's where it's at. The baby Pokemon, everything just makes more sense, that it makes Pokemon more friendly, makes it more fun, makes it more lighthearted, brings a lot more spirit to the game. That we can look at it in the anime, in the games, in the cards, in every situation where baby Pokemon come into play, it just makes Pokemon a lot more magical. It makes it a lot more adorable. It makes it to where now you're just having a better time just because these things do exist. It's not like this game is completely strict. That there are some things that aren't entirely serious in the game, and they do help out the rest of the franchise. That we just showed that baby Pokemon can help competitively, that they do expand upon the games in many different ways. So there's really no reason to dislike baby Pokemon because they are useful, they do bring a lot to Pokemon, and it just makes it to where, depending on the reasoning, it's actually very useful. So if you guys enjoyed this video, those were 5 reasons why baby Pokemon don't completely suck in Pokemon. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope you all have a nice day.